What's the deal here? Hey, good evening, everyone. Episode 9. This is fantastic. I didn't think we'd make it this far. Actually, I think I said that in episode 4. So
I think you said that in episode 2.
I think I have. So yeah. Oh well, it's okay. Well, so turn my Wi-Fi off because my thing is telling me or.
Hey, did you cross-post me?
I did. You're supposed to be cross-posted. Oh, jeez. See,
it's okay. Don't worry. Keep going.
Okay.
I got you.
We're going to get going. Kyle Fisher, first in. Yeah, buddy. What's up, man? How are you? I'm always the first in on your shows. I guess it's only fair that you're the first in on ours.
Awesome.
So that's kind of nice. What a nice feller. Okay. Cool evening this evening setup. Why does this keep telling me the stream? I don't care about the stream. Really cool show this evening. We had a super good guy. If you watch anything from Mike Rowe, you've probably seen him. So this is going to be super awesome. Really excited. Ryan, hey, buddy. Glad you're on. Things are going well. Okay. So we're going to get right into the news because, again, our guest is pretty important. We want to get him in here. We want him to tell his story. And he's really beautiful to look at.
For shizzle.
You'll see. Okay. So you want to start with the first one, or I can start with the first one?
I'm trying to pull up my pictures. Oh, there it is. Ha ha ha.
I have it already done.
Well, you know. Yeah, let's do the first one. The first one's kind of a big deal here. So we're looking at military times today, and there's a report out that shows that insomnia in the military is up 650% since 2003. I don't know how you can get up to 650%. That just tells me that they weren't measuring before 2003.
That's what I thought, too, when I read that. I'm like, there's no way. Yeah. That's not even a scalable thing.
No, absolutely not. But the reality is that insomnia is really a big deal for the military personnel because they put us through some crazy hours, don't you think? I mean, first 3 weeks, first 3 days of boot camp, you have to stay up the whole entire time. At least for us Marines, we have to stay up, can't go to sleep, and then they screw our circadian rhythm throughout the rest of the whole of our military career, and then they wonder why we have PTSD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. So they're saying that essentially from 97 to 2011, the reported rates of insomnia has soared. And I think you suffer from sleep issues too, right?
I do. I absolutely do. I actually have very, very bad insomnia at night.
I don't think I have insomnia. I have a problem where I just can't, I can't shut it off. You know what I mean? And then when I can finally shut it off, it's like, then I'm laying there, I kind of feel myself, like not necessarily the anxiety of it, but just kind of like slowing down a little bit. And then it still doesn't do me enough good, Nelson, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I don't know why you weren't at work today, Nelson, you turd. Anyway, moving on.
I wasn't at work today.
Shocker. So what's interesting is there's a Dr. Ann Germain who's kind of leading the charge in the defense in regards to the Defense Department. And trying to figure out what's going on. So she's a sleep research expert who's been studying issues of insomnia and PTSD in the military for nearly 20 years. The DoD recently awarded her company, Noctem, Noctem, I have no idea, with a $2 million contract to conduct trials on a sample group of 800 sailors and Marines in what amounts to the most extensive sleep trial DoD has ever undertaken. So my thing, when I first read this about the Navy, they talk about the sailors, I hope they're pulling people off ship. Like not people who are like land-based. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, because that wouldn't make it, I mean, not that, it doesn't make sense still, but, it's, being on ship is way different than being, like, not on ship.
Yeah.
Language is so great.
I understand. But the point of it is, I mean, if anybody out there watching, the 19 people that are, if you haven't been on ship before, it's a different lifestyle. You have this 4x4-inch speaker in every passageway, in every chow hall. We call them
DFACs, chow halls,
wardrooms, etc. Right, chief's mess, whatever. In your staterooms, in your berthing areas, and this thing goes off all day and all night. Especially if you're on an older ship and they're constantly having, maintenance emergencies and the dang ship's half sinking every day. So I can see how that's a problem for people in the Navy for sure. I mean, that stuff just never ends. I can't even.
So now, for those of you who think that I'm not really paying attention because I'm looking at my other screen, it's because I wish Facebook would allow me to set the watch party up before the event. So
that makes sense, though.
I'm trying to invite everybody on my friends list, which is quite frankly growing in the last couple months. But regardless, the reality is that so talk therapy has been something that has been used multiple times in the past. I mean, that's what pretty much the standard. And from what I understand, this lady, she's trying to design an app to do the same thing as talk therapy instead, right?
I didn't see the app. Where did you see the app part? I must have missed that.
It's with this new platform, those patients who may not require in-person care can use the app and still receive the same quality of treatment with the same results. So,
have a sleep coach in their pocket.
Say again?
It says have a sleep coach in your pocket. That's what I'm reading.
Right. Exactly.
Gotcha. Well, I hope that works. Oh, Nick. Hey-o. What's up? Most beautiful ginger ever. I hope it works. I mean, what's amazing to me is the amount of service members I have found out recently, specifically in the Marine Corps, who are on CPAP machines. Like,
dude,
the only person
it's like 68. It's 65% on the top.
That's bananas. I can't believe the amount of people that are on CPAP machines.
Dude, I did a sleep. I had to do a sleep study. It is such an annoyance to go through that process, especially when you find out that you don't have sleep apnea, because then felt like it was for nothing.
Yeah.
But
gosh.
but yeah, going through that sleep study process is such an annoyance. They put like this gel in your hair, and they wake you up like 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night, and like if you like stop breathing. I can't remember the exact times, but I think they said if you stop breathing approximately 4 times within 1 hour, they cut you off the machine. They automatically diagnose you with sleep apnea.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to stop breathing in my sleep. That sounds awful.
You gotta ask Laura whether or not you what's it called? If you like go.
You know what she's gonna say? I don't hear nothing because if he dies, I'm getting $500K. She doesn't give a shit.
No, so she wants to hear something so that you can.
She doesn't want to hear anything. She sleeps like a rock. So she's gonna let me just die.
She's like I work at night. That's the reason why I work at night.
He died. Oh man. Okay, so this next one is pretty funny. Some of y'all may have seen it. The rounds on Facebook.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
This guy. Wait, what just happened here? Hold on.
You just happened.
We lost. What are we doing here? All right, computer. What are we doing? Oh my gosh, this is why we're not trustworthy news association. What is going on here? Oh no, now we're skipping ahead. Oh, no one read that. Avert your eyes. Okay, there we go. Oh man, what a mess. Okay, so
this is the most messiest show ever.
This really is a disaster. Okay, every week. This is kind of, I swear, this people like this are the reasons why no one takes the military seriously. Okay. It's true. An active duty military member tried to pass a missile launch tube through TSA at Baltimore Washington International Airport, BWI, on 29 July. The unidentified man was returning to Jacksonville, Texas, after touring in Kuwait, and TSA officials said he wanted a service souvenir, so he opted for a military-grade weapon. So let's just be clear.
Come on, tell me that we didn't do that crap when we went to Iraq and Afghanistan. Come on, dude.
I will neither confirm nor deny the amount of shit I have brought back.
TSA wasn't around back then.
No, yeah, or they weren't on the flight lines or none of that stuff. So let's be perfectly clear here. This was a tube, and it was inert. Okay, so there was no explosives. There was no rocket motors. Yeah, it's up. So perfect. So on the right is what was found.
Okay.
On the left are the 2 variants that Raytheon makes: the Griffin A and the Griffin B. The Griffin A,
Yeah,
A is an aft eject missile often found on aircraft like the C-130, which that's stupid. I don't know of any C-130s that shoot missiles, but whatever. And the B is a forward-firing missile found on a variety of fixed-winged aircraft, which is also a C-130. So I don't know. I'm not sure what DWAD wrote this, but they need to go back and figure out and realize that C-130s are also fixed wings.
it's popular mechanics, dude.
I mean, they, of all people,
Right?
of all people, should
know.
Yeah. The missile launch tube was in the man's checked luggage, but didn't make it on board. TSA agents alerted airport police, who found the man and questioned him about the launcher. Military weapons are not permitted in checked or carry-on bags. TSA said in what should have been an obvious statement.
Okay, so can I be real though?
God.
First of all, is it really a military weapon?
No,
it's the shell of a military weapon.
Yeah,
it's not
nothing.
the military weapon. There's no explosives in it. I guess, I mean, you could say that there's gunpowder in it, but you can't do anything with it. It's not like you can, like...
What are you going to do, hurl it at somebody? Like a javelin?
Right? I mean, I guess that would be a weapon of opportunity.
Weapon of opportunity. Oh, my God.
If you were a McMap instructor...
Yeah, exactly. Everything is a weapon. Okay, this guy, what a turd. Okay, quick shout out to Matt. Good evening to you. And quick shout out to Austin, who just checked in. That is a name I have not seen on the comment list before. So welcome, Austin. You must be new.
What's up, Austin?
Hey, welcome to the shit show.
Yeah. All right, so are we on to the next one?
No, you can do a shout out real quick.
Okay. I just want to give a quick shout out to my beautiful wife, who is turning 27 today. Yay!
Yay! Happy birthday!
Went to go see The Lion King, so that was her birthday present.
Oh, that's adorable.
Well, one of a few birthday presents. Let's be realistic here. The movie, her only birthday present.
I mean, I got mine already, and they're over there, but I don't want to go get them. Okay, so Ryan just said, I drive around with 12 pounds of live HME precursors, boosters, bases, and oxidizers, plus live TATP and HMTD. Listen, I don't like acronyms. I don't have my green thing on. I don't speak in that, okay? That said, I'm supposed to have it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be funny when I get pulled over. Yeah, it will. When you get butt raped by Billy in the county jail.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you're a big dude. I'm not sure that will happen. Okay, so this is
all right.
We were going to show the citation, legitimate.
This is a segment. This is a new segment that I like to call "What Do You Think?"
What do you think? Okay.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you agree? Disagree?
Oh,
so go ahead and show.
Nothing.
Go ahead and show.
What, are you reading the citation? Are we reading the legit one, or are we reading? Because this is way better. I want to read this.
Read the one that you want to read. But I'm just telling you, this whole segment is considered the "What would you think?" What do you think?
Okay, so we're going to show the picture of the Marine we're discussing.
There we go.
There he is. Okay. So the whole entire purpose of this piece is to convince you all that these actions, for which a Silver Star was awarded, actually warrant at least a Navy Cross or even a Medal of Honor. If enough of us petition for it, hopefully someone can do something about it, etc. Okay.
So that being said, there is no current petition for it, so that's not the issue. The issue at hand is that this is somebody's opinion that states that this Silver Star should be upgraded. That is why this segment is called "What Do You Think?" Correct.
Kyle, yes, it's a new segment. I'm just finding out myself, so we're all kind of playing along. So, okay, so...
You will do as I say.
Yes, Dad. So, B, Staff Sergeant Timothy S. Williams, being... This is so greatly written. Being a dope recon Marine, hopping, popping, shooting, and looting, bad hombre, while on mission in Afghanistan land, Staff Sergeant Williams, team leader, gets wounded. Wounded really effing bad. His leg, femur, is not only shattered, but he's thrown into a canal full of what we can only assume is the most wholesome and clean water on this here planet, Earth. Hooray, infection. Sarcasm detected. Staff Sergeant, I probably shouldn't have read the parentheses, but it's okay. Staff Sergeant Williams, who surprisingly wasn't struggling to walk with his giant-ass cack and balls, immediately ran to his team leader 60 meters away across open ground covered with enemy fire. Then, treated the wound while also pulling him out of the canal. Pause button. Have you ever tried to pull someone out of a river or canal or even a pool? It's kind of difficult. Everything is slippery and your footing is all catawampus. Now imagine that scenario.
I love that word, catawampus.
It is good. It's interesting. Caddy. I want to say caddy, but it's not in there. It's no Y. Now, imagine that scenario, only your friend that you're trying to pull out of the water has a shattered leg and is wearing all of his personal protective equipment because we all follow the rules. So he ain't really helping you out, and he weighs probably at least 50 pounds more than he normally would. Plus, you're wearing all of your shit, too, weighing it down. Also, people are still trying to actively kill you. Okay, press play. Then, after doing that, Cesar Williams carries his pal over 300 yards to a medevac helicopter. Pause button again. Given the average size of an adult male, it is likely that Cesar Williams' team leader weighed at least 225 pounds with all of his gear. Press play again. Throw that weight on your shoulders and run 300 yards while, again, people are trying to kill you.
Which is why we do the CFT.
Yes. Oh, stop it. Then come back from that task, which was apparently like a morning jog for Staff Sergeant Williams, who then took command of the mission and assaulted through enemy Taliban forces for 2 miles over a hilltop, by the way, which isn't, it doesn't say this in here, pushing towards friendlies, trapping the Taliban forces, and killing them for their entire jaunt back to friendlies. For his actions, he was awarded the Silver Star. We happen to think that maybe, just maybe, it might be due for an upgrade because, well, did you just read that or what? Come on, man. We've got a ton of citations. Okay, I'm not going to go into like the banter of this guy.
Okay, so this is a discussion I had with my father-in-law, who I believe is still watching, Lou McLeod. He and I were talking because he's a prior Marine Corpsman. Or I'm sorry, Navy Corpsman that worked with the Marines, right? So he was telling me about a story about I think it was a chief that also received a Silver Star, and the actions that he performed were just so unbelievable. It's like, what do you got to do? Are we downgrading medals just to downgrade medals? Are we doing the whole, oh, he was a staff sergeant or he was a petty officer first class or something like that, so they shouldn't rate the Medal of Honor type of thing with these guys?
So we're running out of time because I bring our guest in, but I absolutely agree with that. I have written several awards that people have questioned for my Marines, and sometimes they just arbitrarily downgrade without even talking to you. Or even worse, you have one person is a dissenting voice out of a board of 6. And the one vote, it happens to be a sergeant major, and that's the vote you go to. Why? Because he's sergeant major.
And he's an admin guy.
Exactly. You want to talk about someone who's completely out of the chain, adcon at best, doesn't understand what's going on or any of that.
I get it. There's some sergeant majors over there that are, badassery and all that kind of stuff, but that's the exception, not the norm when it comes to sergeant majors. If you're a badassery sergeant major, take no offense, but if you are not a badassery sergeant major and you're an admin pogue, I'm a pogue too. I'm a freaking photographer, but at least I'm out in the freaking front lines whenever we go out.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick, Ryan, Cesar Williams, the fucking Dragon Slayer. Yes. Troy Kennedy, awesome. Glad to have you on board, man. Murica Garage on Facebook and promoting USMC Racing. Thank you. Okay, so a little late bringing the guest in. Whoops. It's okay. He got more time to eat his pizza.
Done.
I mean, that's a win. Okay, so this guy is super cool. His name is Adam Ely. He runs Hardluck Automotive Services out of Choctaw, Oklahoma. If you watch Returning the Favor, you may have seen him before. And so without further ado, we bring in this giant cuddly bear of a man. Hope you're unmuted. Boop. Come on. Let's go. What is this doing? What are we doing? Why isn't it switching?
It's frozen.
It's not frozen. What is happening with my life? There he is. Why is he frozen with food in his mouth? Oh, my God.
Are you serious, dude?
Bro, yes.
I can hear you.
Oh, no.
That is so awesome. I'm frozen with food in my mouth.
It's almost apropos, though. You know what I mean? It's like,
Hold
Dude,
on.
He was talking about chomping down on that food earlier. So
Take a pic, dude. Send it to me,
Yeah.
man.
screenshot it.
And
Screenshot.
send. Man, we are such a mess. This is why no one takes us seriously. We only have 12 people watching this show.
You know, when you're operation this big, you run into problems like this.
I don't even know what to do with my hands. Bro, what is happening right now? Okay, so we're going to move on to some photos, and hopefully this will fix yourself. So we're going to go to the photo
There we
of
go.
you and your wife. Your wife, and Mike
hilarious
Rowe
picture.
here. Okay, so
That's-
I think your internet is bad because I can hear George just fine. I am good according to Ecamm. I think it's you.
Yeah, I can see you.
So
I can see you.
So I don't know if
Right.
you can turn off some of your Wi-Fi. But in the meantime, I have a photo up of you, Mike Rowe, and your wife. So tell us what's going on here. You know, give us the background of Harlech Automotive Services, Mike Rowe. You know, where were you and where did you get to where you are now?
Okay, well, the story behind Hardluck is if you can afford the parts, I fix your car for free. And I've been doing that out of the back of my truck now since 2017. And along the way, helping a couple of folks out, I got nominated for the show, man.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. And so, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're doing this out of the back of your truck, and you have a broken back, correct?
Yeah, I've got spinal stenosis and bulge discs and all the same shit that we all got. But the toolbox is like, 100 pounds. Yeah, exactly, dude. And I guess they took notice, and Mike and his crew returning the favor, rented me a shop in downtown Oklahoma City, all expenses paid for 2 years.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. And so the shop, it was $50,000, right? That was what it was for the 2 years.
Yeah, the shop is $26,000 a year, $25,500 a year. They cut me a check for about $4,500 for utilities, and then on top of that, they donated like another close to $15,000 for the parts.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
So what are you doing now then with this shop?
What I try to do, I can't, because so many people are in need. I try to keep up with stuff that doesn't involve cracking cases and pulling engines and stuff like that. A lot of brake, shock struts, alternator, water pump. Little stuff that I can knock out, because with as many people as there are that are in need, I can only devote about 3 hours per person. And if I take on huge jobs that take me a week, I'm booked out right now until the first week of October. So if I take on something that takes a week, I got to bump back the 100 people that are waiting for service just so I can tackle a big job. So if it's too big, I've got an incredible network of professional shops that know my phone number. And these guys, if I tell them, hey, I've got a young couple coming to you with a blown head gasket, what's the best deal that you can do for them? A couple of local shops around here, tweak the numbers a little bit and try to help them out.
Yeah. So I got a couple pictures up. We're not going to show the nip slip because I think that may be dipping into the NC-17 area of this show. Not sure we can.
I've got it pulled up if you want me to show it.
Whoa!
I might pop it in there. We'll see. So I got some good pictures. So it looks like you got a woman and her kids. What's the story behind that? I think I remember that on Facebook, but I don't remember the backstory.
Cute little black girl wearing a pink dress.
Yep, that's her.
She was sold a lemon, man. Full on sold a lemon. And she came to me because the rotors were grinding and needed shocks and struts. And she only had the car for, I want to say, like 2 weeks. And she took the car back to this shitty little car dealership in Oklahoma City and said, hey, look, this has obviously been going on for a long time. The calipers are bad. Can you help me out? And the guy just flat ass told her no.
That's insane.
You bought a used car for your luck. Yeah, and here she is, a single mom, 2 kids, one on the way, and small kids too. And I called him up. I said, hey, listen, this is who I am. This is what I do. And do you guys do any sort of inspection on these vehicles at all? And he said, oh yeah, they go through 135 point multi-point inspection, and we make sure everything's good. And I said, so you willingly sold her this shit car, knowing full well that it needed brakes. The single mom, the one thing, cars don't have to start.
Nope.
They've got to stop, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So we were able to, through my partner at Napa Auto Parts sponsors Hardluck Automotive, we were able to put new brakes, rotors, calipers, and pads on the front of her car for like $100.
Oh, that's
and
great.
we got the car dealership to pick up the bill.
Oh.
So here's my question. So obviously we know why you started it, because there was a lady in need that got some really crappy service from a dealership and all that. But has that always been you? Have you always been a big teddy bear, a big softy, even though you got the grizzly look?
Oh no, man! I'm the hardest core dude you've ever met, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't watch Disney movies. I didn't cry when we watched Toy Story 4.
What does he say? He says, trash.
Trash. Oh, I'm preaching to the choir, man. Being in the military,
man.
you're automatically, kind of in a situation
You laugh in
devote
weird situations.
service.
That's for darn sure.
Absolutely, So to get out and to separate yourself from that life of giving, I needed to find a way back. I was a crew chief. It was my job to be a mechanic anyway, and now I get a couple of months from the VA for disability, and this is my job. I'm still a mechanic, still doing what I do for the government.
Yeah.
Essentially, this socialized mechanic work.
Yeah. That's a good
one
point.
way to look at it. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That is a good point. So we got some other good photos here, since you're still stuck chewing on what looks like a tater tot.
Am I really, man? It was a chicken. It was delicious.
It's appropriate,
Okay,
man. It's
so
very
why
appropriate.
don't we try this on live? You hang up and call back and see how badly we cannot F this up. And go. Oh, there it goes.
Turn the
Oh, now it
Try
got
it
worse.
again.
No, you got to hang up completely.
video back on.
No. You have to You have to hang up. Hang up the call, and then there he is. Don't go anywhere.
It's right there, man. He did it right.
Yay! Oh my
Way
god!
smarter than you.
Yay!
Way smarter than you.
Oh my god! Look at that! What a beautiful thing.
No chicken.
No
chicken.
That looked like a giant ass tater
Look at
tot.
all them chickens.
Oh my! Look at that smile. Every time I see that, okay, folks, to the 12 people that are watching, you see that smile. That is the most infectious thing, except for chlamydia, I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
You know what?
It's
I told
getting
my
hot.
wife, you let me in bed one time,
Whoa!
fall in love.
We're not ready for that. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Of all people.
I know. Well, I'm trying to contain myself. All right. So this is a really good photo of you. This looks like opening day when Mike was still there. You're hugging a rack of Moog parts.
Okay, so this dude donated. He called up Federal Mogul and was able to secure me thousands of dollars. I'm talking. That's just one rack of 6 between Federal Mogul, Moog, Wagner Brakes, and then there's another store local that deals in aftermarket parts, taillights, mirrors, stuff like that. It filled up an entire bay of my shop, the amount of parts that these guys donated.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Crazy. Yeah, I love that show, man. That was so great. Now, you gotta tell me, when he walked up behind you, and you were working on the truck, did you know he was there?
Okay, you're like, everybody that I've talked to about the show has asked me exactly the same question.
Okay.
These guys
That's a parrot.
started off. These guys started off, and they led me astray and told me that they were a small production company out of New York.
Okay.
I was under the assumption, okay, because there was already a camera guy there, there was already a sound guy there was already a producer there.
Okay.
So they're telling me, hey, what we're starting off with, man, this is why we needed a car at your house. This is the filler stuff. We need you checking oil. We need you crawling under the car. We need you doing all that other stuff. And then this afternoon, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. So I was full on under the assumption that we were doing the show. Like that was the production that they were talking about. So they had me check the oil so many times on this car, dude. The rag was saturated because Mike and his producer, Sarah, how the episode starts, we're only a mile away at the convenience store. That Mike's convenience store where you get the bait, the gas station,
I saw that.
Everything. So she's prepping him at that gas station that is a stone's throw away from the house while I'm checking the oil. They haven't checked the oil like 30 times. So when in Micro's unmistakable voice, when he says, dude, you're a natural.
Yeah.
That was full. That was yeah, man. I thought we were they had been filming me for 45 minutes changing oil in that car. So that was 100%. Yeah. I had no idea that was going to be him.
That is crazy, man.
100%,
Okay.
100%, yeah.
I was going to say, because your reaction looked pretty legit.
Yeah. No, yeah. It was 100% legit, man.
So,
and just like they said in the show, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just like they said in the show, I'm a huge Micro fan. You know, like
sure.
Snoop my page. You know, the fact that he promotes trades as much as he does.
You're right.
Because I'm a mechanic, you know, and I've tried going to college 5 times, and I think I've got like a total of 20 credit hours. So that for me, you know, there's still like, you know, I know that you can still make a living as a tradesman. I beat it into my kids, you know, hey, if you're not going to go to school, you're going to go to a Votech. You're going to at least learn some sort of skill, give back to the community. And I was watching Mike grow, man, back when it was Dirty Jobs.
Oh,
So
I love Dirty Jobs.
Dirty Jobs. Yep.
I love Dirty. You know what? And for as cool as that dude is on TV, he is cooler than the flip side of your pillow in person, man. I got to spend about 4 hours. Yeah, super cool, super down to earth dude. I mean, you can tell just when you go to shake the dude's hand, he goes in to give you a hug, man. It was just he's a cool cat.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, now you know when you're trying to help me out with Trident Productions that you call Mike Rowe and he'll help me with a studio or something like that.
Listen, I've
got his number. You guys want it?
That's a dangerous thing to have, because I'm the kind of person, if I text you and I know you're the kind of person that has a phone on you all the time, gee baby, and you don't respond to me, I will text you over and over and over again, or email.
Your sign.
Or email.
Your sign.
No, I don't play that game. Absolutely not. I don't know what to tell you. You should have just said I was at the movies first time, man.
I did.
Come on. I'm the same way with emails too. If I've emailed you like something official for work, obviously, like Marine Corps stuff, and you didn't respond to me that day, I put it on a Post-it note, and it goes on my computer screen. And then when I get in the next morning, I go to my sent items, I click on it, hit reply all, because then it just sends it right back to the same people, and I hit boop, send, gone, send it again. I don't play that game. Absolutely not. Like, this is 2019. You do everything via email, okay? No one's stupid around here. No one doesn't use email. It doesn't happen unless you're an 0311.
You gotta hit him. Hey, you gotta hit him in the DM.
In the DM.
Oh my wife had to show me how to hook up Skype, dude. It doesn't matter if it's 2019.
This is true.
The other day I had a meeting on Skype, and then I get like 20 texts. Who uses Skype?
Everybody. That's a huge business tool. Screw those people. They're dumb.
Everybody's on.
Yeah, and And that's why my dumbass took him to a gas station for sushi too, because I was under the impression that a small production company, dude, don't knock Ninja Sushi until you've tried it, bro. It'll change your life.
Yeah,
it's two little Mexicans back like a Conoco, and it's badass.
Ew. That sounds like people. You're the kind of guy that gets the sushi from the commissary too. Gross. Like late in the afternoon too, like an hour before closing. It's been there all day.
It's not the commissary. It's the 7-day store. That's the sushi.
Yeah.
Ew.
Discount sushi.
You got like that cool little cuts right there, man.
That cool little rainbow hue on top of it.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of soy sauce on top of that.
So gross. Okay, we did. Oh my gosh, back on track. Okay. So another picture here on the left, I'm showing everybody. You are standing behind what looks like a brand new lift.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, so like I said, Napa Auto Parts has stepped up to the plate and partnered with Harlech Automotive. And I don't mean like my local Napa Auto Parts is cool with me and gives me like the elbow discount. Like the Napa Auto Parts reached out to me, the district manager for Napa, and said, hey, Phil Wilson of Wilson Extreme Sports reached out to us and wants to buy you a lift. He told us your story. Napa wants to get behind you. Not only do we want to give you, they sold Phil Wilson this Rotary Lift at cost. They hooked me up with all sorts of stuff that like the big dealerships get, and I'm a low volume guy. You know, I might spend $1,000 a month on parts. The regional rep for Rotary, the local installers all donated their time. These guys all rallied around Hardluck, and the day before my grand opening, they installed like a $5,000, 10,000-pound 2-post lift in the shop, completely free to me.
Woo!
That's crazy.
Nice.
You know, we had a floor jack, dude, and we were in the parking lot. If we had to change a tire, we're crawling around in the parking lot, you know, changing tires, changing brakes, or whatever it is.
Oh,
and this is a total, you know, just to be able to, you know, just the ease of being able to walk under a car, have stuff that's like chest level, working on a strut, where you're not sweating your ass off, and it's incredible, man. I have nothing but good stuff to say about Napa Auto Parts and Rotary Lift.
Well, you don't sweat your ass off because you go commando every day, as I learned.
Do what?
I said you don't sweat your ass off because you go commando every day, as I've learned.
Oh, dude, I'm sweating like Shaq at the free throw line right now, man. I sweating.
Shaq at the free throw line. Man, that's an old one. Oh, we're going way back. Goodness gracious. So what's the future plans? So you're good for 2 years for rent, but so you, as you kind of alluded, I don't know if it was you and I on the phone or on the show. I think it may have been your wife was like, we can't keep doing this. Like there needs to be another way that this pays for itself, right?
Yeah, there's apps. You know, we sell T-shirts.
It's always the wife.
You know, I give my wife a lot of crap. You guys heard before we went live, you know, the banter between us. I'd be lost without her, man. She is everything to this business. She's everything to me. You know, she's the CFO. She makes sure if you order a T-shirt off the website, more sloppy joes, dude.
No, it was dogs.
Okay.
Hey.
Sloppy joes.
The future for Hardluck is I've got no idea, man. Because if you'd asked me 6 months ago, I'd be floored. You know, there's no way that I could even envision being here now where we're at. We're breaking ground in my backyard on a shop. I don't know if I want to bring a bunch of people I don't know to my backyard. You know, I'll try to keep it a little more close to the chest, but there's no way that I can afford the rent on that place, man. It's $2,000 a month. There's no way. I don't know.
And that's kind of my point. And so obviously the T-shirts and the hats and coins and whatever else you're selling. Which, by the way, is it attached to your Facebook page?
www.hardluckauto.org.
Bam, there you
and
go.
It gives you the stories of people that we've helped, and if you take a picture of your shirt and you're in some obscure location, send it to us, blow your face out, and we'll put you up on the page. But we sell a couple of different styles right now. But we're going to be introducing some more. Before the episode aired, I think we had 6 or 7 different styles of shirts. We dropped it down to 2 because we just didn't want to be inundated when the episode aired. But yeah, there's no way that I could, with what we make off the shirts, that barely covers
tough. Yeah.
Broken tools and stuff like that.
So my point is so let me go back to you, right? And by you, I mean Harlech Automotive Services. If you have the parts, you will fix the car, correct?
Yeah. Essentially what it is I make you buy the parts and I provide the labor for free. So if you go someplace and you need brakes fixed, these guys go into their stock, they get brakes for your car, they order it, they put them on, and you write them a check for parts plus labor. What I do is I call my folks over at Napa with what kind of car you've got and say, hey, do you guys have these? Get them in stock. And then I send the person over there under the premise that, hey, they're coming for Hardluck. They get a discount on the parts. They bring the parts back to me, and I provide the labor for free. That way there's no money changing hands. I don't have to keep books, anything like that. And that's it. I provide the labor, and we're, like I said, right now, because of the exposure that we've been getting, I'm booked out to the first week of October, man.
And so
people in need.
And so, but that's the thing. So my question is, are you helping people that are not in need? Are you helping people that are full paying customers?
I don't even ask, man. There's no way to vet people. I don't want to get involved in your finances. I don't care who you're sleeping with, what color you are, who you vote for, what you kneel at. I don't care. If you message the page and you tell me, hey, I need help, show up, we'll see if we can fix it, and then I'll fix it. It's
all about integrity, right? It's like you have to expect the integrity of those people. If their integrity is violated, then that's on them. They have to live with that decision.
And for me, what kind of separates the shit from the sauce is that waiting period. Yeah. And that sucks to say because there's so many people in need. But if you're a paying customer, I just had a lady on the page last week. She got pissed off that I couldn't help her in time. And she wrote a comment on one of the posts about, well, that's fine that you can't help me out. I went to a paint mechanic. Well, that's your loss. You didn't hurt me any. Yeah. It's your put out for the 11,000 people that are on my page that you're the a-hole that could have paid for services but came to me first.
Right. Exactly.
I'll only give you the opportunity once.
Right.
So Ryan Mathis says something really nice. He said, I wish I had 1/10 the generosity that he displays. And he's not talking about me. He's not talking about George. He's talking about you. That's way off,
man. Thank you. That's incredible. The messages that come in every day, just the comments on the page. When I go live, there'll be the people that just comment on there with the respect and the love that they have for what we're doing at Hardluck. And I'm blown away by how people rally around it and how the community has accepted us. It's almost, I'm almost an addict to it. It's such an addiction
for sure.
to get out there and help folks. That when I had this, her name was Pat. She just came in day before yesterday. It's been in the hundreds, right, creeping at 100 in Oklahoma this last week.
Yeah.
And their window up. The window regulator died. The power window motor died on her old Buick, and she was just this beautiful old black lady. Probably in her 60s, and she was dying in her car, man. She the air conditioner couldn't keep up because the window wouldn't go back up, and we got in there, manually forced the window back up, and I donated one of my little clamps to the cause so that we could keep her window up, put all the door panel back on. And here's this woman who is so overjoyed that her air conditioner can keep up. Gives a huge hug and gives me $10 out of her. You know,
Yeah.
the vice grip that I put in her car was 24, probably $20.
Yeah.
But the fear of her giving back,
Yeah.
makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
We helped out a guy 2 weeks ago that was involved in a car accident, and he died on the way to the hospital.
Oh, man.
And now this dude is like permanently disabled from the incredible accident that he was in, and opened up his wallet. All he had was $11 left till he got a Social Security check tomorrow, and gave me the money out of his wallet. I told him, I said, dude, take this money back, man. I don't need the $11, bro.
Yeah.
Keep your bucks. And he insisted, dude. For someone
insane.
to give, to the cause, it's such a humbling experience for me to get in my big, beautiful white Super Duty and drive home with this dude's $11 in my pocket. It's it's the most humbling experience in the world,
Yeah, it's tough. It's
That's
tough. What do you do at that point? It's like, do you be proud and you say, no, you got to listen to me, here's the money, or do you say, I think it's hurting him more if I don't take the money?
Straight up, what I've had to learn is that you can't take away when people want to give.
That's right.
I'm in the business of giving. If somebody tells me you're not going to do this for free, I'm not going to argue with them.
Right.
So, get back to the cause, and that's exactly what I tell them. I'm not charging you for labor. There's no charge for this. If you want to pay something, make a donation. That's it.
Right.
And when they make that donation, they say, please take this. What you did for me is worth so much more than what I'm giving you. I'm robbing them of that joy of giving back.
Exactly.
And that's what I thought on every day. That's what I can relate, because it's my business,
Right.
So, yeah, it's incredible, man. It's incredible.
Dude, that's
I definitely appreciate what you do as a business. I know that for USMC Racing, Brian knows that's one of the reasons why I got involved with USMC Racing, because it's definitely more than just it's a giving type of organizations, and I have a total heart for organizations that can give and that do it without regard for anything, receiving anything in return. So
sure, yeah, man, it's pretty humbling. It's a pretty badass way to live your life.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting you in Houston, that's for sure.
Yeah, so fans
shaking your hand.
Yeah, so fans out there, Trident Productions, people watching off Hidden Wounds, U.S. Veterans Corps, and obviously Hardluck Automotive Services, stay tuned, because November 7th, 8th through the 10th, this gorgeous man will be behind the wheel of our race car at MSR Houston in Angleton, Texas. So we are very excited to have him on board. That's going to be super fun. As a matter of fact, you said yes to the racing when you were on the shitter, if I remember correctly.
I thought this was PG-13, bro.
This is.
Well, with Brian, it's PG-13. With Brian, it's PG-15.
Okay. Yeah. I do some of my best work in the morning. I take really healthy, fulfilling shits, and it takes me long enough to where if you message me at night, that's when I'm in my own little element, my own little room. No one's messing with me. I can answer some emails and take care of some business, man. You don't?
Oh my gosh. No, I use that to scroll through. I use that time to scroll through Facebook and find stuff I'm going to share. Speaking of which, you should share the picture I posted today 11:30 with the idiot with the car upside down on his trailer.
Oh my goodness!
What a dumbass!
You know what, dude? You don't know the story behind that. That could just be.
I don't want to know the story.
I tried to tell him. I said maybe they tried to flip it over. It just wouldn't flip over, and he was like, "That's not impossible. That's impossible. It had to be turned over."
It is. They have the wrecker operators are trained to do that. Up, right side up, done.
Yeah, but Uncle Joe Bob with a flatbed, has a winch on his car, dude.
Okay,
he might just drag it up.
We got to pause for a second. Okay, so Kyle Fisher, who is our #1 fan, also our biggest donor to USMC Racing because he's another gorgeous human being and has a fantastic job over there, Hotshot Secrets, says, please get me in touch. Hotshot Secrets would like to donate some products. So I will, I'm going to just do it right now. So Kyle, I'm just going to give him your number because I'm never going to remember to do this. So I'm going to give you...
Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle's number.
Dude, Kyle is like the man. I have such a man crush on him, by the way.
He's beautiful. I can't wait to hug him in person. Seriously,
Send me
we're
a
gonna see
picture,
him.
bro.
I've got some goodies. No, I don't have anything good.
Send him my picture, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
And you know the one
okay.
I'm talking about.
All right, hold on. I'll do it right now. So everyone can see. This says it says Kyle Fisher. Okay, I'm going to my send. Wait, where's the screen? I'm gonna scroll over to the nip slip. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
It's not a nip slip, dude. That was fully intentional.
That's full on frontal.
Okay, so I
Kyle,
don't
I'm
usually
sorry.
take,
He made
I
me
don't
do
usually
it.
take shits with my cat,
I was about
but
Take shits with my
it's
cat.
when he was a kitten, dude, and he wouldn't leave me alone. He would just paw at
Yeah,
the door
that's
and
like-
whine and.
Hey, listen, I know the feeling because our cat will sit on your lap if you're in the
That's what he was doing, dude.
and she'll just jump on you and you're like, can I get a little bit of privacy? And they're like, meow. I'm like,
That's
I don't
what
know what's
mine's
going
doing.
on
She keeps
here,
over here
whatever.
attaching my foot while I'm trying to. Yeah, so Kyle, sorry I sent it to you. They made me do it. I don't know what to tell you. You blame them. But so Adam, I sent you his contact information. Reach out to him.
I just
He's
got
super,
it, yeah, man.
He's super awesome. He's helped us out with a lot of stuff. Continues to do so.
Sure.
We will be seeing him in person. Myself, G Baby.
Still waiting for my Hot Shot shirt
I thought it was a hat.
or hat, whatever.
I'm a product whore.
I'm a product. I'll wear whatever.
www.hardluckauto.org.
Hey, if you want to send me one, I'm down with that too, brother.
He'll give
I'm
you
over
some.
here I'm repping for one of our other sponsors, Not Today BCP. So
Badass, dude. It's in the mail.
But anyways, so he's super good to us. We'll be meeting him in September for the first time, which is super exciting. They're holding a car show, and we're the benefiting organization for that. So it should be about 3 or 4 of us should be going up there to see him. Really excited about that opportunity, but more excited for what you are doing and the fact that what you do, the fact that you give back. And the fact that the show hasn't changed what you've been doing. Obviously, you're getting more notoriety, right? Like that's the only reason I knew you existed, right?
Right, yeah.
And Kyle said, "I got you, Rican. My bad." So that's what happens on this show. So
love you, Kyle. Love you, no matter what.
The point is like, you know, and this is the hard thing. We got a couple minutes left, but I wanted to make something kind of clear to a lot of people. So the organizations like yours, organizations like ours, we survive off of other people knowing what we're doing, right? And
Right, yeah.
And
100%.
the weird part of that, and I struggle with this at least weekly, and we've called them what we call story drivers, right? We have people like yourselves who have a story. We can tell your story, but it benefits both ways, right?
Yeah,
but
sure.
we're the one instigating the story. So, like on a greed factor, it's like, oh, this guy just wants me for his story. Yes, however, you know what I mean. It's a weird dynamic to balance the notoriety you're trying to get to further your mission, even though your mission is with good intent and has the correct amount of heart and there's meaningful. There's still, for me, it's really hard sometimes. It took me probably 2 days to muscle up the courage to message you on Facebook. I'm like, man, I'm not sure I want to do this. Like, this guy's probably busy. It makes me look like some kind of gold digging whore. Like, what? But in reality, it's meaningful, and the story is being told. And your story is being told across 4 other Facebook pages tonight, probably watched by at least 17 people. So, which is great.
Dude, I hope
Brian,
you know
you're more like a bronze digging whore.
Yeah, this is true.
aluminum.
I was gonna go with copper, but Jesus, you're just dumping me way down.
Aluminium.
It's the lead digging whore.
Can we let's just stick
Whatever
with
the
like,
lowest-
I'll stick with topaz or something like that. You buy in a mineral shop. You guys are
Anyway,
assholes.
the point is that listen, man. Everybody has reason why they do things, right? Everything benefits both ways. It's
Right, yeah.
I hate to say this, but us calling you benefits us. You going on our show benefits you. Everybody benefits no matter what. But that's not the point. The point is that the story is still a strong story regardless. And
Sure.
intention is to get our stories out because we can't survive without each other, 100%. Because if we are sitting here and we're doing everything by ourselves, it makes each and every single one of our jobs 10 times harder to be able to accomplish. And the goal is to be to have servitude towards our fellow brothers and sisters.
Right. Absolutely. And when I found out that it was servitude towards my brothers and sisters in arms, it's an automatic yes.
Yes.
It's an automatic yes. Do this. The fact that what we can do is I can take the 11,000 and change people that are following my page and introduce them to what you guys are doing, then maybe it's not going to be so much of a stretch for you to afford that trailer, dude.
Yeah.
Somebody's out there, that's saying, hey, I've got, one of these assholes that's got an extra $3,000-4,000 laying around, knows what to do with it now. They know that you need that 2-4 trailer. They go snoop one on your page and. That's we're helping each other out, man. For veterans and for service members that are wanting to give back and are doing it in the right frame of mind, for the right reasons. 100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah. So I was talking to Brian about this earlier. I think Trident Productions may want to do a story on you, like a documentary style story or something like that for USMC Racing, because I think that your story is powerful. And, if you're willing to do it with us, then we can talk later on. But they'll just be going up there and telling your story and then tying it all in.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Dude. Let me know when.
Yeah.
And you mentioned car show. I got to give a real quick 10-second shout out to James Marquette in Nebraska. That dude built the 15 Ranchero, and he's auctioning it off at the High Plains Riot in Nebraska in 2 weeks and donating all the proceeds to Harlech Automotive. This dude has spent the last 8 months. Beautiful car, man. Check out the page. Tony, my beautiful wife, and I are going to drive up there so that we can be present for the live auction where they're going to give this car away.
That's cool.
It's just. So you said something about a car show. Let me know dates, man, and I'll try to. You guys are just in Ohio.
Yeah, it's in Ohio on the 27th or 8th. That's Saturday. Hold on, Kyle's like, bro, it's. Hold on. Oh, jeez. 28th of September.
Okay.
So that's the plan.
Text me that info, man, because I want to.
Yeah,
if it's something that Hardluck can be a part of, we'll try to make the trip up there.
Well, hey, so stay on the line. We're going to end the show here in a second, but just mute yourself, stay on the line. We'll talk after the show is done. But, hey, thank you so much. You're fantastic, bro. We love what you're doing.
Absolutely, brother.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're awesome. So don't go anywhere.
All right, man.
All right. Cool. That was a fantastic show, other than my 2-year-old screaming to death back there. I have no idea what's going on. Somebody's dying. And clearly my things were like, you need to end.
I don't know if
these died.
I'm totally blocked out. So
blocked out?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
You keep freezing up on me, dude.
Oh my gosh. Is it my internet?
My man's over here laughing his ass off at us for such a crap show.
We are a crap show. We're a mess.
I don't know. Anyway. All I want to say is I love you guys. We appreciate everybody who supports USMC Racing Productions. We made a movie this weekend.
Yep.
USMC Racing was there. We're going to show it off next week here on USMC Racing's Frank's Battle Show.
Oh, yeah.
If you heard that, great. If you didn't,
I did. I heard it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Next week, we're going to be interviewing someone super special who's sitting exactly to my left. Yay! That'll be a good one. I'm excited to hear all about it. That'll be fun. Hopefully we get some more people involved so it's not just our two faces on the screen.
Well, we're going to have to promote this one.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I got the promo for you. Don't worry about it.
Yay! Okay, guys. So we are almost at an hour, so we've finally not been over. It took us 2 weeks to figure that out. So thank you so much for watching. Man. We appreciate everybody. We thank you to Dryden Productions, Hidden Wounds, U.S. Veterans Corps, and obviously
I don't know what happened again, but
yeah, and obviously Hardluck
Automotive
Services
Miss
for. I don't know why he's talking over me. And of course, Harlech Automotive Services for the
I'm just going to
crossbows.
stay here, just shut up and wait.
Oh my gosh, we're such a mess. Bye.